The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 113. You get the Nasdaq up 18. S&Ps are up 1.5. Gold contract trading down $1.50. $1.50, that is. 13.35. We have silver down 7 cents, $17.11. Platinum's flat at 1,003. You get light sweet crude market flat, also $63.65. Notes, the 10-year note down 4 ticks, 122.27. 30-year bond up 2 at 150.29. King dollar down up 299 ticks at 90.445. The Bitcoin is down 1,100 bucks at 96.08. The euro is trading at 122 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 110 3/4 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's get over it and take a look at it. We're going to take a look at from where we were yesterday, where we are today. Bottom line, yesterday broke to new highs, big time too. Got up to 28.08. You closed out at 27.82. What we have out here, and we take a look at this scenario, the first leg down, we started out... let's see, at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. That's where the highs hit. Now, if we take a look at where we are, what you're going to see is this. So, future-wise, what the S&Ps did, they did a 0.618 retracement, 27.93. They actually was the 0.618. They did 27.94. What I expect we're going to see here is that we're going to see this thing challenge the lows of yesterday, the 27.73. We get up and we take a look at the small caps. The small caps are the weakest indice out here, and they have been for quite some time too, folks. Okay, they did break topside last week, and they broke with conviction when they went. That's the bottom line. And okay, so small caps yesterday. The day we're talking when they broke with conviction was on the 11th. They went from 1559 to 1589. They go topside yesterday, 1607. They end up closing down at 1570. That's a monster move, by the way, for the small caps. Then what we have is this. What you're going to see is that overnight, you did a 0.382 retracement. You got up to the price point up here of the 1586. And guess what? It can't handle it. So the small caps is something you want to absolutely keep your eyes around, because the small caps, number one, if we go take a look at this IWM, what you're going to see is that the IWM had a real challenge just getting over the 155.41 area. Got over it. Once you get back inside it, what puts game on the table is 148.75. That is the low of December 1st. That's a high volume swing low. And if you want to see the correlation inside that, when you're looking for little hints in the market as to what the market gives you, you can go over to Goldman Sachs. Now, this is pretty intense, okay? So Goldman, you know, was the first equity that gave it up last June. Would it be June? Let's see, was it June? No, it was March of last year. So Goldman had failed March of last year. That was at 255.15. They were going into the 250.70, which was the high of 2007. It gave it up then, and small pullback, but the bottom line, we went from 255 down to 209. That's when the financials had a hard time. Goldman once again, okay, and what Goldman had done, Goldman had taken the high out on a monthly with 90 million shares. No, it was 53 million shares. So check it out. This is how intense it is. 53 million shares versus 227 million. Bottom line, I expect by the end of the month, Goldman's still going to be back inside this 250 mark. And that sets up a very large retracement inside Goldman. And we'll see if, in fact, that will take down the XLF simultaneously. If we go over to the XLF, take a look at it. That still doesn't look that bad. We're 29.12. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Bottom line, gold contract refuses to back down. And I expect what you're going to do here, we're going to build a little bit of cause. We're at 13.35. Has the volume behind the move. Won't move off this swing point. And we have game here at 13.65. Yesterday, we did monster volume. We did 500 million, 500,000 contracts. That is outstanding, folks. And what that's saying is that, yeah, you're coming into a supply line there, but guess what? You went to a higher high. And that's saying it wants higher price. Now, the 10-year. This is going to get really cool watching this 10-year play out. And this is why. See why. Okay, so we put up the 10-year. The 10-year is at 122.07. This baby, first off, rejected the cliff. It looked over the cliff, almost jumped, didn't jump. Okay? That being said, we're at 122.27. This has to get back inside 123.13 in order to basically get back inside the higher range. If we take a look at the 30-year, the 30-year is nowhere near, and this is pretty intense in itself, breaking down. The 30-year would have to get down to 147, and the 30-year bottom line, the low was 149.03. That was generated on the 10th. This 30-year looks to me like it's going to drag the 10-year right back inside its trading range, the higher trading range that is. And what that sets up is, guess what? That sets up higher price, lower rates. Hard to believe. I got it. Believe me. King dollar. King dollar broke down big. Bottom line, broke the B point of a very large ABC structure on the way down. And we're at 90.440. You've done... You're up 294 ticks, but guess what? You've already done 19,000 contracts. So what that actually is that we went to a lower low out here today. You have volume behind the move. On the larger basis, what you've done, if we take a continuous contract, what you're going to see, you put that continuous contract up, and you're going to see that that was a valid break downtown. You had the price spread. You had all of the above. You took apart the September low in the continuous contract, which is 90.990. That sets up an 82 inside good old King dollar. We'll go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's bottom line volatility's out there, no doubt. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. They have the weekly Bitcoin spreads. What you can do out here is that you can test drive them on a demonstration account. You can see how these the platform works, number one, and you can trade indices, you can trade commodities, you can trade currencies, and you can trade Bitcoin on this platform. Right now, it looks like good old Bitcoin is actually going to fill up this whole gap, and that's going to be 83.28. If we do go over and we take a look at this platform for a second, what you're going to see is that we'll go into Bitcoin, and we'll go into the weeklies, and we bring the weeklies up. What you're going to see is that if you were buying it right now, your risk would be 292, and your max profit is 700. If you're selling it, your max loss is 715, and max profit is 285. Defined risk, that's where it's at. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now trading up.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 127. You get the Nasdaq up 26. S&Ps are up 5.5%. Percentage-wise out here, we have the Dow up 0.5%, S&Ps up 0.2, and the Nasdaq up 0.3. Let's go to Paul in Henderson. Hey, Paul, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so, crypto world. Oh, baby.
Getting smoked out, huh?
Yeah.
So I remember what you said a long time ago. This always stuck with me. It's part of one of the greatest things I think about TFNN is just the education part of it. Is the market takes the most amount of money from the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's what's happening right now in the crypto market. People are getting taken to the cleaners.
Oh, man, it's intense. There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. And, you know, I guess it's, you know, you look at some of these. I mean, I got... I think I just got Litecoin up here, right? It's under $1 right now. 92 cents, I think, right? Oh, no, Ripple. That's what I just put up. I just put up Ripple. All right.
Okay. But even Litecoin, you remember when I called in several weeks ago and that thing went, you know, parabolic? It's almost back to where it broke out from. Right now it's at 147. It broke out a little over $100 per coin. So it's quite a ride.
Yeah. So, yeah, the real question is, like, okay, so what are we doing? You just got to sit there and wait. This is the hardest thing, right? Because you can't short them as easy as you can buy them, right?
You cannot, and I would love it if we could short them because a lot of them put in very defined topping patterns to me, especially in like Ethereum. It would have been a great short. It's getting taken to the cleaners right now.
Yeah.
But I tried to short it on Nadex. This was my question because I don't really understand the spreads, and I was hoping you could get me straightened out on it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So I did a demo. Let me look at my phone here and see what I did. So I shorted the contract on Tuesday.
Okay.
And let's see here. This spread was the...
the 6,900 to 16,900.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought that I was going short, so I'm confused on how these spreads work. Because yesterday this contract was up like $2,400. Today it's only up maybe like $600.
Okay, so when you were shorting it, right? Are you watching my screen right now?
I am.
Okay, cool. So when you're shorting it, you're hitting the bid first, right? You hit the bid.
Yeah.
The size is 1. You see what we have up here right now because of the way that, so there's a $7,500 spread, folks. That's how these work, okay? It opens in the middle. So you can see right now, because it's come down, I'm going to put this, another chart up simultaneously on the other side, XBT. Okay, so what you're going to see is that we have gone, yesterday Bitcoin went from 13,956 down to 10,300. So if you were doing this yesterday, see, today, if I was selling it at 96.25, my maximum loss would be 727, because my maximum loss is up to that 16,000, okay, 900. My maximum profit is only down to 6,900. And see how the maximum profit's 272?
Mm-hmm.
So what you have there is that your per contract, you're talking about $1,000. You see how that works?
Okay.
Okay. So I believe that you should be in the money pretty good, right? Right now.
It is in the money. It just seemed like it was more in the money yesterday. Maybe I'm not looking at this correctly. And as the price was going down, I was figuring that, this is on a demo, but, I was figuring that this would be going more in my favor.
It would be.
Seems to.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. It would be, for sure. So see that profit and loss column? That should be going up on you, for sure. Now, on the demo account, this is a real account you're looking at right now. On the demo account, is it the same bid and offer, or is it a different bid and offer? So we're at 96.10 by 97.05.
It's the same.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're going. It's going up. What price did you sell it at? Around?
Right when it came out on Monday, was it Tuesday morning or Monday night?
It would be Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just do this for a second. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so there it is there. So 12,113, somewhere around there. About the 12,000, let's say 12,000 mark. So you're right now you're up a couple $100, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be right. That'd be right.
Okay.
Yeah, so picture how it. Now this is what's really cool, Paul, that you got the demo account. This is how a spread works. This is what's cool about it. The closer, when this opens up, right, it's going to open up right in the middle. So the way they price these at 8, what they first do is this. At 8 o'clock in the morning, when they open normally on Mondays, right, whatever Bitcoin is trading at, right, they are going to put on each side of it, okay, bottom line, they're going to open it in the middle so that you're risking 500 to make 500. And then from that movement on, right, that will variate between your net loss and your profit. And the defined risk, you can see what happens here, is that your defined risk now on buying, if you're bullish, this is where this is going to get really cool for everyone, I think. I mean, I've been looking at this. I haven't bit yet. I was so close to biting yesterday. It was wicked. Because see what happens here now. Watch this, folks. Your max loss on a buy is $273 for a max gain of 726. Now, a max gain of 726, it would have to go up to 16,900. And I'd say that's probably unrealistic in the aspect of by Friday at 3 o'clock. What's not unrealistic, though, is that you heard Larry talking about the 8,800, right? Mm-hmm. So watch. If we go to 8,800, that right there is going to be 1,900 away from the lows. That number there, the maximum loss, is going to go down to probably 173. And that's pretty cool, man. It's like, okay, 173. Then you're on the other side, the max profit is 826. But that's at the 16,000. Well, there's no reason that if, in fact, it starts bottoming out at that 880 level, we know how volatile it is. That can go from like the 8,800 level to 12,000, yeah, pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way that I'm looking at them in order to trade them. You know, what you want to figure out is this. I haven't wrapped my head around this totally because I'm just not trading them like you are. What you want to wrap your head around is this, is that as you're buying or you're not selling them, right, what can you do here, because you know you have the defined risk, right, and then go over to the other exchanges you're trading on and arbitrage those babies. Okay? Now, stay right there, because we're going to talk about this, because this is a doable deal, folks. You just got to put some thought into it. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 101. Nasdaq's up 16. S&Ps are up 3. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming, see high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 95. You get the Nasdaq up 14. S&Ps are up 2.5. We're talking with Paul, and we're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about the Nadex platform and how it works and what you can do. So check this out, Paul. When Bitcoin started trading, first it's traded on the CBOE, then it went to the CME. Okay, so those are the largest floors, right? So if we bring up I want to show you something. XBT. If we bring up XBT right now, and okay, so you're down $1,400. And what you're going to see out here is that you're going to see I get the volume characteristic on the right-hand side. So the CBOE has done 4,000 contracts, right? 4,100. The CME has done 1,700. Now, you got to multiply the 1,700 by 5. And so you can see what's happening here. The CME is going way over volume-wise of the CBOE, okay? Now, what has happened here is that inside the CME, which is a trip, is that a company called IG, which is the largest legal spread better in the world. And over in Europe, spread betting is legal, okay? Just like in Vegas and all that, right? Well, IG owns Nadex. So the way that they can offer, this is pretty cool. So we're going to get to how you can hedge it too. So they own Nadex, right? So in order to have defined risk, you have to have this hedged off some way. So what's going on is that right now, as of last week, Bloomberg came out with an article that this company IG, they didn't realize that they own Nadex when they're writing this. I don't believe they did, or they would have put it in there. They are 20% of the market. Well, that's how many people are trading Bitcoin on the Nadex platform right now. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so they can hedge it out. Okay, because that's what it is. Market makers, folks, are in business to work on the spread, not to basically be directional. The way that market makers stay in business is that they work on the spread. If you're directional, you can blow up. Okay, now that being said, I've thought about it somewhat, but this is the way that I would think I'd do it. You know, you've explained to us how if Bitcoin is going up or going down, right, the other currencies are moving with it. Not lockstep, but they're basically moving with it also, right?
Yes.
So picture this. You wouldn't have to be, you could be buying and selling this intraday, the Bitcoin position. But what I would do, I would start looking at the aspect that, okay, if Bitcoin's going up so much or going down so much, what is Ethereum or Litecoin or Ripple doing? You following me? So that on one aspect, you plan on making all your money on the Coinbase or wherever that is you're trading, right?
Right.
But what you're doing is that you're hedging this on this position all week long.
I see what you're saying.
You know, if you put some thought into it, man, I think there's a real trade there. And you know, I suspect it'll be here for, it's hard to tell whether, because the computers will get hold of this. Right now, the only hedging mechanism is actually IG doing it, which I'm not suggesting you do the Bitcoin because you don't have to compete with them. You see what I'm saying? What you can do, you bring in this one more step. You know, you could do it that way too, but you're bringing it one more step, which would be pretty cool.
You definitely popped the light off in my head. I'm going to work on that this afternoon.
Good. And then come back to us, because I know how to do it. What it does, folks, is this. If you're going to take some time with it, just sit down. It'll take 3 or 4 hours maybe and pencil it in and watch it first. First, you got to pencil it in, figure out what you think's going to happen. Then you got to look at and see if that happened and how close you come to it. And then what you want to know is what the difference in the spread is. But I suspect it's gonna fly. And this will fly until all the computers get hold of it. When ProShares first come out, I had a field day for 1.5 years. And where the field day was then, I'll show you where the field day was then. If you were listening, you knew it, okay? So watch this. We go to, I'll just pull up the TWM. And what the difference was, what I was doing then, I was taking the net asset value. Right here, you can see the TWM is trading 1650. Net asset value is 1653 right now, okay? Well, the first 1.5 years, that wasn't like that. That's only 3 pennies. The first 1.5 years, those spreads would be about 17 to 20 cents. And as you're buying and selling thousands of shares, that was a lot of money, man. And then the computers, the computers took over. The computers will eventually take over, you know, because what will end up happening is that the high frequency traders and just computers in general, someone's going to write a program saying if this happens, you do that. But you have some time here, man. you know, because it just...
I'm going to look into that definitely this afternoon. One of the things that I also wanted to share with the listeners, because I know this is it's Wild West, and some of the exchanges that I trade on, which is with only small amounts of money, so in case I lose it all, it's not the end of the world. But GDAX, which is Coinbase, is the same company. They are 100% FDIC insured, and 90% of their coins are kept offline. So if there's any type of hack, like you heard these exchanges getting hacked before and all the coins getting, you know, stole.
Right.
It won't happen on GDAX because 90% of them are held offline, and you have the FDIC insurance backing you up as well. So I feel comfortable with GDAX, recommending people to trade on GDAX.
That's interesting. So the FDIC insurance, I wonder how that works, because that means they're a bank. You can only be a bank to have FDIC insurance. Interesting. We'll have to figure that out. I lose him? Cooking, brother. Thanks so much, man. I think we just, excuse me. Okay, so let's go inside the Dow first and see the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. Strength out here this morning, Boeing is the first leader once again, putting 44 positive points, IBM 25, Home Depot 15. Look at Home Depot. Home Depot, whatever. This is a monster ABC up. Remember we were doing this? Yeah. Non-stop. $146 5 months ago. $198 right now. Taken away from it, the big leader on the way down out here is you have Goldman is putting 48 negative points. GE is putting 5. If we go take a look at GE, this is going to be big trouble for GE. This is going to be really intriguing watching this whole thing shake out. So GE right now, okay, we got our man Paul back too. GE right now is trading 17.41. You're going after this, oh, it's going to break. It's breaking. It's high volume, swing low. GE, folks, you know what blows my mind about GE? GE is actually going to get away with either selling themselves, breaking themselves up without, bottom line, getting a financial fraud thrown at them. But I suspect when the story's written, whether that's 5 years from now, 7 years from now, I don't think it's going to be a couple years. What we're all going to find out is that GE cooked their books for years. And they knew what was going on. They have bad debts out there. They wrote off $15 billion yesterday. They'll write off little by little by little, and all of a sudden you realize there's $200 billion written off, and guess what? There was nothing behind the company. And that had to do with everything that they did in 2004 to 2007. You stay right there, folks. Coming back with our man Paul from Las Vegas, Nevada, right at Henderson, Nevada, instead of San Jose. We have to get them down and move down to Clearwater, St. Pete. Gonna get everyone to move to St. Pete. It's the new South Boston, folks. Dow Industrials up 106, Nasdaq up 22, S&P's up 5. We're gonna be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. If you haven't tried David White's weekly investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, then this month is your perfect opportunity. On January 17th at 5 p.m., Dave will be hosting a special subscriber webinar where he'll be presenting on the newest feature in his newsletter, short-term sector charts that work on both the madness and wisdom of crowds. Join Dave on January 17th as he describes the method he uses to recognize these signals on a sector-by-sector basis, and as he discusses how he used this new tool to buy the gold miners in their seemingly darkest hour in December. And all new subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. If you're a trader scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity, then now is a great time to sign up for the Technology Insider. For all the information and for details on Dave's subscriber event taking place January 17th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 97. Nasdaq's up 17. S&P's are up 3.5. We got our man Paul back. So
I was wondering if we could look at this just purely technically, and you could kind of give me what you think. We're cruising into this D point that Larry has been talking about, this large ABC down about 8,500 or so. But I was wondering, so on the way up, these things, almost all of them did extension. 1618 were very common on the run up.
right.
Sometimes even 2618. If this thing did just an extension past this ABC down, a 1272 would be around $4,700 bucks.
Okay.
So
That's
when you look at this, when you see it cruising into the D point, kind of how do you shake this out in your mind?
well. First, to me, game is 83.28 because that gap is so dramatic at that level. That was some, that is like a true, that's where it truly broke out and never stopped. We went sideways for what, 5 or 6 days, well, actually a couple weeks. And then when that thing took off topside, man, it just didn't stop. It went from what, 83.28 up to 19,500. So that's game to get tested right there. And if you're coming down hard, like these wide price bars, they like to come in threes, so it's like, oh man,
the three crows. Huh?
Yeah. I know we can do once. No, futures just started trading. They wouldn't have been trading then. I was going to say we could. Well, here, let's do it this way. I can go like this. What the difference is, in like a few months, it's going to be pretty cool because what you can do is you're going to be able to have the volume, true volume, on the CME. So let me just see this for a second. Yeah, like I wouldn't be buying it right now. You can see that this is true volume on the CME, man. So they're still selling it big too, man. See that spike?
Yeah.
That's 348 contracts. And on the CME, those are full contracts. So that's big volume. That's saying that the selling is still overwhelming the buying. I got this.
And in the bigger picture, I mean, I was talking with Basil yesterday, and just mid last year, I purchased my first Ethereum. It was $70. I mean, the run up I've never seen anything like it. And,
right.
I'm still totally a grasshopper, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to see in the future, but it's pretty amazing.
Well, what happens is this. This is the sad part is that if this was just an outright bubble, which it could have been, I know people say in the yard it has to be a bubble. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen either. But what I do know, I don't know whether it's a bubble. What normally happens with a bubble, folks, is that a bubble never comes back up to highs again, okay? So I don't know if that's the case. What I do know is that the extension, because it was more than a 1 to 1.618, is that the downdraft is going to be worse than what normally happens, because that's what they like to do. If you do that extension that's way too high, then the downdraft is disgusting also. You know, so there's no reason this can't even come down to $4,000, you know. Let's just give it all up. And people
would be the 127 extension on the way down.
Yeah, and that's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's not big, you know. So
Oh. And it wasn't that long ago that it was at that price. I mean, it just was.
No, that's September 18th. Well,
yes.
October 5th. You know what I mean? And
Very
that'll be.
interesting.
And then when you hear the cool thing there would be when you hear that. Excuse me. When you hear that, you know, it's over. You know, it's never going to be up again. Well, then that's great. That's when you really start looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, man. You know. Because somehow, some way, that's when all those stories come out, okay? The stories come out at the highs that we're going to the moon. The story come out at low that, you know, guess what? It's over. It's going down even further. And, you know, I don't know if that turns it around, but they seem to line up very closely no matter what vehicle that you're actually trading. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much, Tom. I got my homework for this afternoon. I'm going to try to figure out this arbitrage and get back to you guys.
That's a beautiful thing, brother. Okay, man.
Have a good one.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here today. We have a GE, that's the leader. Oh, that's getting some acceleration on the way down now, too. It's down 85 cents at $17.35. Bank of America is off 83. You get Juno Therapeutics. We'll go back to that. That's up 33%. That's up $22 at $68. You have Apple's down 50 cents. You got Microsoft up $1.50. That's a nice move up for Microsoft. Merck is up 2. You get Freeport McMoran up 27. We get inside the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials right now, we have Marbell is down 7. You got Citigroup down 76. Let's go look at GE again. This is going to be really wild if this is going to be a fast, furious leg down. It could be. So it was teetering at the 1746. Now you see the 10 cents below that. Oh, I see. The 27 is still game, but it's going to hit the 1727 with volume. Let's go take a look at the king out here. Amazon. Amazon's coming down hard. Amazon hit a high out here yesterday of, excuse me, folks, $13.39. You're down $20 right now at $12.84. And we'll see whether it wants to run into this another $100 down. 1194 is game here. And all the 1194 is, by the way, folks, that's when it broke a consolidation going topside. So, you know, what you have to watch out for right now is this, is that because of the way that our expansion has been topside, right, that just a normal retracement that for equities that, let's say, they want to go higher, just a normal retracement that is a bull retracement for Amazon would get you at 1196. A normal one that it's a, you know, heads you win, tails you win, maybe it's going to go up. A 50% retracement is 1151. So you can see, because we're at such large numbers and because it was a one-way market, what you have is that you can get a normal retracement, but yet people can get really hurt because of the aspect of how far and how fast we went up simultaneously at the same time. If we go take a look at Google out here, Google's back 320. That's no big deal. That hit a high out here yesterday of 1139. And went to the small caps. Small caps right now, they're still hanging tough. They're up 56 cents. And if we actually go look inside them, let's look inside and see what's moving these. It's probably a couple biotechs. Yeah, we'll do that as soon as we come back. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And, of course, don't forget, we got our man, Mr. Dave White. He's going to be doing his webinar tonight. You can sign up for that by coming over to our website right in the top of the carousel at TFNN. We're coming right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And as we're talking cryptocurrencies, so this is just kind of a heads up also that, so the headline here is virtual currency seen as evolving threat by the United States Treasury. This is real, too. There's no doubt. So picture something, folks. You know, you have power, financial power. You have, of course, power, physical power. We have both in the United States. So this is the Treasury Department in themselves. The last thing that anyone wants that has power, okay, is what? Power taken away. Well, the Treasury's examined 100 registered digital currency providers, exchanges, and those not registered. Sigil Menderly, Treasury Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, says in prepared remarks to the Senate Banking Committee today. She is saying that virtual currency as an evolving threat, says the currency will aggressively pursue virtual currency exchanges who don't take compliance seriously. Currently, the United States, Japan, Australia are among the few countries regulating virtual currency payments, exchange activities, including the particular decentralized convertible virtual currency. Bottom line is that what you do have here, there's no doubt, is that money is power, and the power of exchanging digital currencies and taking out middlemen, meaning taking out the governments, is a big deal. Is it here? Yeah, I suspect it's here to stay. That type of news, though, will continue to keep heavy volatility inside the market, because what has happened here is that the governments will catch up with it, but right now the technology is way ahead of governments in a huge way. You stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next, and then of course we got my man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. And don't forget, folks, Dave's going to have a great webinar for you tonight at TFNN. Just check it out right in the front page of TFNN. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.